Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hey! Today is a wonderful day. Autumn is setting in. I know the kids are getting up ready for their Zoom school, and the ones who have to travel to school, I know they're getting ready as well. I just came out here just to shout everybody out and say good morning, good morning, good morning. See, everybody's out on the road. Yes, yes, yes. Well, right now is a time of giving, and I know a lot of people have been out of work and children are going to need coats. They're going to need coats. They have a lot of tremendous, wonderful nonprofit organizations throughout the city that give out coats. They have a lot of programs that you can link with your celebrity in the community, link with your council members and state senators, and they can link you to those programs that the celebrities be giving out coats and stuff for the kids and the families. So if you need, take advantage of it. And a lot of times people don't like taking things or asking for stuff, and this is so important because they don't like to be advertised as part of your, I guess, giving list. So a lot of times it's okay to help people, and it's okay to donate, and it's okay to contribute to events and programs and stuff of support, but that does not mean that it has to go on social media. That does not mean it has to be you standing in front of the person recording them. That's embarrassing sometimes, especially when people come into you for help who really have problems asking people for help. So for them to have to go through someone recording them for a bag of food, or unless it's that type of event and that's what you're doing. But when you're giving somebody something, that's between you sometimes and them, and you have to respect that. So a lot of times, when people want help, they don't come for help to avoid that. So, when you're giving these things out, coats, shoes, sometimes even food, it's embarrassing when you have cameras and stuff in front of your face. And if it's that type of event, it's not a problem. So that's something I wanted to say and share. Because I know, like right now during this time, you're going to have a lot of families coming out more than so ever, because you have Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, and a lot of times people going to come out, people going to be greedy, they ain't going to care, they're going to join your events, they're going to support them. And then you have people who have never attended events, who have never asked for help, who don't want to be publicized, about getting or receiving. So I would say, just be respectful on that note. I've helped many people, especially during this pandemic, and it's nobody's business because we didn't promote it that way. It was a time of need, and I was able to do it, so I did it, and I'm thankful I was able to. Also, I do host my annual Christmas event, so I put in for that, which I'm looking to do 200 gift bags for the kids. I'm looking to get 200 bags and load them up with toys, games and stuff for the kids, and some goodie bags. So that's what I'm looking to do. Normally I do a big event, but I'm not doing an event this year because of the pandemic. Yes. So we have to learn the new business model. So you have to revamp your programs into something that's going to be adventurous, fun, and worth your time, effort. I did step back to say, as far as like revamping your events and stuff, when the time comes and everything opens back up, that is going to be like my grand comeback. So you guys know how I love to do it, and I love to do it. And a lot of the people that I've been doing my events for are grown, have their own kids, and I think that with this new change and new time and era, things will work out for a lot of us. So in doing that, I will be looking to do 200 bags, nothing gigantic, either pick up it or we'll deliver them. We'll see how that goes. I do have a center that I'm looking to exit the gifts out of, and I may have a couple of organizations that may need toys, but you have to come to me to get them. So we'll talk about that once I get a date. Once they say you're eligible, I'll let you know. Again, I'm not hosting a big event this year, but I am looking to do a giveaway for the kids and, help the families out. Normally I do take pictures and I post my pictures because I'm doing an event. And I've been to plenty of people's houses, and I've been to people's houses where I can honestly say that a thank you was more than enough. You know, it was priceless. And along that journey, I just enjoy it, you know. So I'm now able to redesign my programs, what I do with my events, and, you know, how I'm going to do them, and make it more interesting and fun for me. I'm getting older, you know, so I'm not, the energy is still there, but the movement, not. You know, they say when you hit 40, you start feeling yourself creeping with pain and ouch, oohs. And it's true. No, so I'll be somewhere in my 50s. So all I can say is, you know, I just still love to give out back to the community. And, you know, make my efforts enjoyable. Well, grab your tea, grab your coffee, get your kids together, have them sitting in front of their little Zoom station. Make sure your backgrounds is good, and I say this because I've seen a lot of backgrounds. Oh my God. Make sure you're fully dressed. I don't care if you got a cute sweatsuit on. Make sure you're together in the back when that baby on Zoom. And I'm saying this because it was one little boy, his mama was butt naked. He was too old to be looking at his mama run through the house butt naked, and she should be ashamed of herself. She was sagging and lagging, but she should have been ashamed of herself. He was about 6 or 7. And I'm looking like, is a little boy laying down? Is a little girl sitting there flipping around? One was asleep. One was just sitting there like on piles of clothes or something. Hair sticking everywhere. Get up and get them kids together. And that's the one with the mom in the background butt naked. Like, come on, people, we gotta do better. We are being watched. Things happen for a reason. That monitoring system, that ain't cute. Why would you be in the back butt naked? Smoking puff puff. That should be a zoned out area where nobody goes with that child. So take your kids' education more serious, especially if you ain't get one. Don't deprive them of having a good one. You know, a lot of kids is missing out on these services. Their IEPs and stuff is not being fulfilled. So, you know, what happens to those children? And then you in the background and stuff ain't organized and coordinated. So what I can say is, you know, take your time and focus. Read with your kids. Don't forget they've been out of school so long. As my cousin do, take them back to the grade underneath them. Read this book. Make sure they read it. Counting their math. Our children should not have low grades, a high left back rate because of the parents. You know, as a parent, your job has to increase at times. And for some of y'all just act like it's a show. Them kids should not be on Zoom sleep. They should not be sitting in front of the Zoom with a t-shirt on like they just woke up. They shouldn't be laying in bed learning. It's tacky. And it's more work on the teachers. I don't want to see my new students looking crazy like that. And then they have the census open. If you can't get your kids to do it at home, try to see if you can get them in the community centers if you live in NYCHA. You know, see what the available services they have. But don't lack them of their education because they home. That's real talk. I guess everybody knows that it's voting time is up now. We can start voting. I will say to you guys, good luck. Because Lord knows we're going to need it. I never understood why for each position of presidency, he's vice president, you have to argue a nasty argument. Like, you have to show you that much of a beast to represent us? But I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you're one of the hated nations. So I hope whoever comes into office, they're gonna know what they're doing, because this is gonna be a tricky, scary one. And the United States have never had a woman in position as a vice or a president. So with God praying blessings, I hope they don't pick the wrong party because of that serious stereotype. Like we never had a black president, but don't forget it was still a man. Sorry, I'm keeping it real. And my whole thing is, with God praying blessings, the right person to be in office, the wrong ones to be out. And people do not, and I repeat, and I stand strong by this, do not forget from March 20th to now, all the lives that was lost. And if it did not touch you, it did not hit home, trust me, it hit and touched my home. So I'm going to say to you, be careful who you choose. Don't look for $1,200 and a couple of $500 later on. Because he said to us a long time ago, you will eat out of a box. And we was eating out of boxes. Yes, those foods was delivered in boxes. You guys even explain. Everything that he predicted, like he's controlling food stamps. I'm not sure if they still giving the food stamps out to the New York City children. They're trying to get all that federal funding and stuff in place. When your kids is not in school, they lose it. And if you're able to get your food stamp cards and stuff, get it. You have so many city agencies and stuff right now battling to get certain things in order. Excuse me. But we just got to make sure we in order. And that's the real deal with that. And, you know, I always say to people, in research. There's no need of people home not doing anything. You got school. I went back to school. And I am doing so much better. And I don't have to sit up and do nothing all day, consuming, depressing. Now, I'm going to go back to work, and I'm thankful for my job. Trust me, I'm very thankful for it. I'm in a tunnel, so hopefully we can stay aboard. But I'm very thankful for, you know, the opportunity to have a job, you know. And no, I'm not going to ask people how much money you made, what did you get during the pandemic, how did you survive? That's nobody's business. We all struggle. Whether we struggle with income or we struggle without income, we all struggle. And the struggle is real. So I say to people, just be very, very, very mindful. Social media is not a stage where you have to put your business out. Like I come on social media and I speak about things that I know what's going on and things that I know what's the truth and information that I think can help people. I'm not here to share, my business or my household or anything. I share what I think is resourceful for the people. You know, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. So when you talking about certain things and insulting people indirectly, a lot of that stuff, it touches me because it hit home. I've seen people sick, dying. I've seen people, you know, episodes or clips on the news that I can't find anymore of people who was hit with corona, who fell on the floor and just died. And I was just like, oh my God. And, you know, and at the time I wasn't really aware of everything that really was going on until it hit. And I started looking into more stuff. I started hearing more things about people who lost their lives to that, you know. Listening to our governor speak. That was powerful what he did. And I'm thankful we had a strong leader. We had our mayor, you know, in certain areas he was a very, very strong leader. You know, our president, he wasn't a strong leader. In my book, he wasn't. And the things that he focused on was more important to him, not to the people. You know, for the people who did suffer from that, what are your afterline conditions? Like, are you considered disabled for the rest of your life? These are things that they have to look into their medical. Is your medical going to cover if you had corona, or if you caught it? Are you better? Is your lungs better? Is your taste and smell, you know, did it come back? So these are things that you have to sit back and you have to say, all right, who's going to look at our best interest in that? You know, they talk about jobs and, you know, now I was just reading in HRA, provisional, no matter what seniority you hold, you're about to lose your job. So imagine all these people that's been in these jobs for 20 years. And you know, whenever you work for a city, state, or federal job or any private industry, unless they allow you to take it, you have life insurance, you have disability insurance, you have medical coverage. When you leave that job after a certain period of time, either you gotta pay into that on your own or you lose it. And people had these pensions and stuff for years. You still have your pension, but they had these insurances for years. And when they out of work, if they don't pay on it, they lose it like any other pension. But when you think you have some type of security after 20 and 30 years of not using it, well, there's a lot to think about. There's a lot of bases to touch, a lot of conversations that can go on. It's just, all I'm saying to you people, just make sure that you vote wisely. I'm sorry, I am Team Biden. I'm going for it. It is what it is. I said it. But me as a people, as part of the people, I have to learn to investigate, research, recreate, and make things comfortable for myself and my family. So that's what's important. You have to know who's in office for you, what you can do, how you can learn, and how you can grow. Because at certain ages, we starting to be at the age of retirement. And a lot of people can't live off of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. That's not income to live off of. I'm sorry for the darkness. I'm in a tunnel. I'm about to come out. So I say to you, revamp yourselves. You know, if you love cooking, baking, you do hair, you write proposals, I'm gonna say to you, revamp yourself. Promote yourself, advertise yourself. The jobs you're doing at your job now, maybe you can start your own business doing it. And don't be afraid to step out on a limb, because when it's time for cuts, guess what? They ain't gonna be afraid to cut. So just be careful. Secure yourself. As they say, secure that bag. Secure yourself. Especially people with little babies. Especially people who are at the age of retirement. I hear a lot of people, oh, I'm retiring, oh, I'm taking out the full, you know, whatever, buyout. Shit, the way they going, they ain't trying to get nobody nothing. But I bet you all the Chinese governments in New York City who needed $85 million for rehabilitation on a building in Chinatown got it. And we struggling to defund the police, and they got a part of that money of our government. So you gotta be very open-minded, research and listen, because a lot of topics go on in the news and they're going. Well, anyway, everybody have a great day. I just wanted to share that with you. I've been on here for 18 minutes and 53 seconds. Enjoy your day.